So now we want to add another layer and do an SQL query to try to get some information about different categorical variables. So I'm going to make sure that my data frame that I want to add the layer to is active. And I'm going to go to the Add button and go to my desktop because that's where my folder is. Open up my data and choose zoning. There's two zonings. One is lane and one is the whole state. So I'm going to add the state zoning. And because I've changed my projection, I get that warning and I just go ahead and work through that. So we're going to open up the attribute table, right click the layer and open up the attribute table, and I get to see 1, 2, 3 categories of data that are text, that are 3 fields of data that are text that can be used to categorize this layer, and also 1 field that is numerical data. So I want to find out how much of the state has been zoned in forestry. So I'm going to do that with my selection button. Select by attribute, and the layer I want to select from is zoning. The field I want to select from is land use, so I double click land use. I want to say land use equals, and if I choose the get unique value, I can see all my different options in the land use land use field, and I'm going to double click forestry and choose OK. And every land use polygon in the state that is forestry zoned will be highlighted. And if I look down at my map, we really don't see anything. Let me zoom out to the state here. There they go. So those are all of the polygons in the state that have been identified as forestry. Okay. So once I have those highlighted, I could find out what the area is by looking at the square mile field. So I'm going to highlight the square mile field, right click and choose statistics, and the sum is the sum of all of the forestry selected polygons. So this gives me the area.